What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fracking State. Today, we're going to be talking about my teams I'm excited to watch in the SEC in 2026. One of them's going to be a surprise. Um, it's gonna be more hate watching than being excited to watch, but we're gonna get into it. Um, regardless. So let's get that started. But before we do that, I just want to ask if you guys would just please subscribe. It's free. And it just helps me out. Knows that you like this content. And comment which SEC team you're excited to watch in this video. Now, in this upcoming season. Now, I could totally be a homer and I could pick Texas A&M and I could pick Oklahoma. I am while I am excited to watch them, I'm going to watch those games regardless. So what teams do I want to watch? Because I'm like, there's something about it that I want to see. Um, and after I get through my main three, not my honorable mention, you will see why. This honorable mention is one of the ones that everyone will pick. And that is why it's an honorable mention for me because this is not me trying to just pick. I didn't want to pick Alabama, Georgia, your mainstays of, oh, this team every year, right? So that's what I did. So for my honorable mention, I picked Texas. And so yes, it is going to be hate watching Texas this year, but regardless of if I'm hate watching or anything like that, I really just want to see how this offense performs. I mean, they got Cam Coleman, they got Jonathan Wingo, they got Hollywood Smothers, and they got Malik Brown at back. Just got one of the best receivers from Auburn because Auburn can't give him the ball, and Cam Coleman. And then they already had a pretty good receiver in Wingo, and then making them a 1-2 punch. And then you got Hollywood Smothers and Malik Brown coming in to shore up that backfield. And so I am excited to see this, honestly. And they seem to be fixing up the offensive line. I think the defense is going to be okay. Not okay, but it's going to be better than what it was last year. Texas doesn't ever have a really bad defense, so I kind of just blindly trust that they won't again. Um, and so in their schedule, listen, last year was manageable. It was an easy schedule. You can say, oh, they played Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas A&M and Ohio State. Yes, they did do that, but they also played Florida, Mississippi State, and Kentucky. So I and Vanderbilt, which Vanderbilt was doing good at the time, but regardless, teams that they should have just beaten up on and they struggled with. So I and lost to one of them. They almost lost to Mississippi State. They almost lost to Kentucky, except Kentucky. So if you almost lose to a basketball school, that's just bad. I don't know. Um, which is ironic as spoiler, they're on this list. Um, but their schedule is at Texas State, at Ohio State, at UTSA, or sorry, home. Sorry, these are home games. Home for Texas State, home for Ohio State, home for UTSA, at Tennessee. They go into the bye, go to Dallas for the Red River Shootout. If you call it anything else, that's blasphemy. Also, one of the only neutral field games that should exist in college football. Guys, let's stop with neutral field games besides Red River and maybe the world's largest cocktail party. Everything else, it defeats the purpose of college football and needs to be played on a college campus. Thank you. Thank you. That is my TED Talk. Oklahoma, home for Florida, home for Ole Miss, home for Mississippi State. Like, they have so many home games. What? Then they go at Mizzou, at LSU, versus Arkansas, at Texas A&M. They only have truly four away games. Yes, you can count the Red River as an away game, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. So there is a possibility, like, Oklahoma, it's a rivalry game. You don't know. So that's kind of like chalk it up to maybe a loss, maybe not. Ohio State's going to be good, maybe less than what they were last year because their defense is losing a lot of pieces and so they have to score a lot more. Florida, I'm high on Florida. You'll see why they are on this list. Spoilers. And then Mizzou isn't that tough of an environment compared to other SEC schools. Tennessee will be hard. That is a tough environment. Texas A&M and getting another rivalry in LSU. So they have a workable schedule. If they do not make the college football playoff with this, they're gonna throw a riot. And I don't think Sark is necessarily gonna get fired, but this is championship or bust year for Texas. So they have to make the playoffs. If it is 9-3 and if they don't make it in, and they're 9-3 or something that doesn't look like they can make it in, it is completely out of the picture that this will be a failure of season. So let's move on to my next pick in Florida. So Billy Napier obviously got fired last year. And so that means that now it's John Sumrall and he's bringing in a new identity. And I am very high on what he brings. Also brought in Buster Faulkner and their quarterback and the transfer portal from Georgia Tech. So some continuity there. You'll love to see it. And that in practice, he is not giving Florida players Florida gear. Like they can't wear it because they haven't earned it. And I love that. Like just bring toughness to the team and make them earn the right to be a Florida player. Like I love that. And it just feels very SEC to me. So yeah. And their schedule is honestly not that bad. I feel like they could make the playoff. Um, uh, versus Florida Atlantic versus Campbell. Hey, I didn't know he had a football team to himself. Good luck against Florida, Campbell. I don't know how you alone are gonna take down the Florida Gators, but have fun. I don't know. At Auburn. Versus Ole Miss, at Missouri, versus South Carolina, at Texas, going to the bye, world's largest cocktail party against Georgia, home against Oklahoma, at Kentucky, versus Vanderbilt, and at Florida State, with Florida State being pretty rough right now. So now the conference games probably look like a win right now. Um, if they can just win two games they're not supposed to, and then win the rest, they should be good. I mean, well, I will probably be able to tell how I think they're gonna go by Missouri, South Carolina. Year one under John Sumrall. And that's just the truth. But I am very excited to watch them. I'm gonna be tuned into them every single week because I find this team to be mega fascinating. Um, so yeah, that is one of my picks. Moving on to next. Switch up my picks. Um, we got Auburn next. It was a mess to say the least under Hugh Freeze. Notice two new head coaches. Quite strange. Also, something no one else would probably pick and being excited to watch. So, Alex Golesh takes this job from UCF. Um, and so he's bringing over Byrum Brown, his quarterback, and like, listen, this is just exciting. I mean, Alex Golesh competed with an SEC school at USF. So if he's at the SEC school, can he compete at a higher level and make Auburn great again? Because, like, let's face it, when it comes to a rivalry like the Iron Bowl, has Auburn really held up their end of the bargain? No. So if Auburn can finally have a punching chance, that's great for college football, and I'm all here for it. And that is why I'm excited to watch Auburn in 2026. But is that really any analysis right there? No. No, it's not. Um, their schedule seems workable. Uh, Wait, I was looking at the wrong one. But this, um, they got Baylor in Atlanta. Which, what did I just say about neutral site games, guys? What are we doing? Um, and by the way, this is a quarterback rematch from last year when Golesh and Byrum Brown were at USF. And they beat the quarterback they're going to face in Baylor because it was DJ Lagway of Florida. So that is crazy. And that's Southern Miss. Then it's Florida. Is he going to go 2-0 to back-to-back years? Who knows? Vanderbilt at Tennessee, going to the bye. At Georgia versus LSU. At Ole Miss versus Arkansas. At Mississippi State. At Samford at Alabama. Or versus Samford at Alabama. Can they win 8 games? That's a success. Year one under Alex Golesh. Can they win 8 games? I think they can. I'm high on them. I'm gonna be locked in on Auburn or USF 2.0. I don't know. Like, I'm very excited to watch this year. Especially having Byrum Brown as their quarterback and him being familiar with the Golesh system. So I'm just looking forward to this year. Like, guys, I'm just looking forward to college football being back. We still have 6 months. We're talking about it at the end of March. And, like, of course I'm locked in. Like, this is, it's exciting, say the least. Next, we got Kentucky. This is my final team, Kentucky. Since when has anyone ever been like, I'm excited to watch Kentucky in football? If you would have heard someone say, I'm excited to watch Kentucky, you would have been like, oh yeah, I mean, they got a good basketball team this year, so I'm not surprised. No, but in football, guys, Will Stein coming over from as he was formerly the offensive coordinator at Oregon, and he had Dylan Gabriel, and he had Dante Moore, and he had did he have Bo Nix? I think he had Bo Nix. I'm excited to watch this. This should be amazing. And they got Kenny Minchie at quarterback. So I'm very excited to watch this. Um, because like, listen, that Mark Stoops era was going nowhere. Um, and if Kentucky just pours a little more money into their football program, they're gonna be good. And honestly, Will Stein doesn't have to even. This is a low key great job because he doesn't. He's not gonna get all the heat the basketball coaches, so he can just fly under the radar. And it's great for him. Their schedule: Youngstown State, Alabama. Oh, these are both at home, by the way. I forgot to say that. Whoops. Um, at Texas A&M versus South Carolina, Alabama at South Carolina, LSU at home, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt by Tennessee, Florida at home, at Missouri against Louisville at home. 8 wins, maybe 8, 7, 5 wins. I think they can make a bowl game, and I just think Tier 1's probably not going to go too crazy, but I think Kentucky will build, and that's what I'm excited to watch. Excuse me. So, if these lower tier teams that we're talking about, right? Your Kentucky, your Auburn, your Florida, your Mississippi State, your lower tier teams that you think, oh, those are just easy wins. If those elevate just a little bit, and the middle and lower tier condense in the SEC, are we really still gonna keep saying, oh, the Big Ten is better just because they're top heavy? Even though the top is maybe like a tier below what their top is, but then the low end of the SEC is like the middle, like the tier two of the Big Ten. And there's only a few teams in that. Like, so I don't understand. Um, yeah, that's just my thought. Let me know about what you think about that and what team you are looking forward to see in 2026. I'm very excited to watch these teams. I'm just excited for college football to be back, guys. I don't know. Um, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you agree with my takes, anything like that. If you got a question, oh, by the way, we're still doing mailbags. Drop those in on the Instagram or at Twitter. Linked in the description. Hope y'all have a fantastic, wonderful day, and God bless.